How hard did you push it? Till I black out? Yes. Numerous times, yes.
What's happening, Municipals? Welcome to our 2026 Masters Edition podcast chop session slash a bunch of other things. We've got with us Mr. Aldrich Potgeeter. We've got John Figueroa, Mr. Hot Dog himself, and your boy Jack here. How's everyone doing today?
Solid.
I'm doing lovely. My leg isn't as sore as somebody on this pod, probably, but doing great. Wonderful week, wonderful sports weekend, wonderful golf weekend.
I feel like I'm left out. Everyone's wearing like their Masters gear, and I'm over here like.
I got yours right here. You'll get it in the cookout, baby.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna put on my Masters hat today with Rory winning, and I was like, it's okay, man. That's so sick.
Ben Crenshaw's signature.
Dude, I gotta tell you.
I got to tell him to his face that Bandon Trails is my favorite course on earth, and he was like, "Oh, I love that. That is just great." He's like, it's a little different there. It's out there, out away from the ocean, but I'm glad people like. I was like, it is spectacular, sir.
That's a really good Ben Crenshaw voice.
Thank you.
Were you doing Bill Core, though? It's okay if you were.
Dude, they're the same. They're really similar.
Bill Core sounds like
someone's
someone's
got that humble, dark rasp.
It's like Bill Core sounds like if someone is like as he's talking, they're like putting his throat through like one of those like meat grinders, like, and it's all just one sound.
No, I think it's like it's Crenshaw, but after he smoked for 40 years.
Yeah. Bill Core is like a garbage disposal whispering in your ear.
And this is how the Municipals got banned from any court.
In the best way possible. No, in the nicest way possible.
No, you're our
it's an
favorite voice.
iconic voice, yeah.
We love you.
Seriously, we love you.
We love your courses.
Big, how are you doing today, man?
Oh, hanging in there. I thought I'd be more sore. I mean, coming off my first bat.
You gotta tell the people why you're sore.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's just go straight into that part, and then we'll do the goals after.
It involves a giant wiener.
Yeah. Come for the video viewers. Give us a little show of what happened with Big.
So, if anybody has been to the cookout, this is one of our mascots. So this is the hot dog mascot that our boys have.
So big.
That is,
dude. That's like as big as my face. Holy shit.
It is.
Oh my god. I'm like trying to imagine Big's leg, and I'm like, that's massive, dude. So your first tattoo.
It's almost my entire thigh. So it's like it's from like basically about a couple inches above my knee to about like right where my underwear starts hitting. So
yeah, your thigh is like the size of like, I don't know, 15 green at Augusta or something. So
okay, so for anybody that's listening and not viewing, we throw a tournament called the Cookout. We've got Team Hot Dog, Team Hamburger, and our buddy Patch a few years ago created these mascots for us that are absolutely epic. And I thought, all of these guys are going to be my lifelong friends. We're going to be throwing this tournament until we fucking die. We're going to be together forever. And this mascot kind of embodies me as a person as well. I think Pat's did a really
totally agree.
Totally agree. Kind of embodying me in the mascot, but it also
except he's running. If he was some sort of vehicle,
I was gonna say
the mascot looks like he could touch his toes. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But he does have a cane, or is it a golf club? It kind of looks like a cane, so you never know.
It's supposed to encourage me, to look at it. I have to bend over and touch my toes. So,
good point.
It's an encouragement.
Dad, why can't you move like that? My back. Dad, why is your golf swing so flat?
But it also like we named this tournament after our buddy Chips, so it kind of reminds me of him, and there's just a lot of layers to it. It's also a golfing hot dog, which is even it's cool as hell. But just it embodies me in general, and I thought it would be really cool. And since we still haven't gotten a fucking win, I thought maybe it would juice some people up and
Trying to get the mojo going.
He buried the lead.
Cleveland Browns Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, it could be our.
Shout out Justin.
I might, if it actually happens, I might actually have to get the date somewhere.
Hell yeah.
It's like there's that college game day one where the Florida guy comes in. It's like every year he crosses it off.
It's like, this is the year.
Big's whole body's covered. He's like, man, it's the 30th year. We're 0-29.
How
We
about
better
we just
get going.
How about we just get the gator tattooed instead of the year this year?
Big. So it's your first tattoo. Like,
Yeah.
how long did it take? What was your experience like? In case there's people who've never gotten a tattoo
Considering.
before.
It was about 3 hours. It felt like you just got stabbed over and over by a needle. I mean, it's exactly what you think it's going to feel like. Like, some people told me, like, they fell asleep during. I'm like, you bullshit. Like, you're getting stabbed over and over again.
It hurts, but you
sure.
do just get used to it at some point.
Your nerves kind of kick
Like
in.
it's never like, oh, it doesn't hurt. Like,
It's comfortably numb.
yeah,
That's what I
Yeah.
like about it.
Yeah, and there's certain parts they get to that were more painful than others too.
You learn about
You know.
where your nerve endings are actually connected. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
You're like,
'cause
wow,
the
I
further-
feel this in my foot, and it's my thigh.
Yeah, the further he got up my leg, the more it hurt. The closer he was to my knee, it was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad, but yeah, it was crazy. I told him, I was like, the shading actually hurt way harder, way more than the
Yes.
line work, and he was like, that's the first time in 14 years I've heard that, and I was like,
Really? Everyone's different. Yeah.
for
I'm more
me,
of
it was-
a
I knew where he was going, so I
Mhm.
almost like anticipated it. Where like the shading, he'd go from like top to bottom to side to next side, like because you could tell he was trying to make everything symmetrical and work out. But like I would just be like, "Oh, he's done." Oh, where like the line,
Yeah.
where like the line work, it was like I knew
Somebody
where he was
sample that.
starting and ending.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
shading's always hurt more for me for some reason. Like line work, like my first tattoo was in my inner right arm, and it's all lines. So it like I barely felt it except for the part where he was like right next to my funny bone. But the first time I ever got shading done, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, cause I could see like when he was putting it together, like you could see how many needles like the shaders have. And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, there's going to be like 6 needles going at the same time with this thing. This is going to suck.
yeah,
yeah, the only one I have is inner arm as well, and it's
Yeah.
just lines. To me, I thought it was like, I described the feeling as like him trying to cut into my arm with like a plastic butter knife. It's like, it's never gonna break through, but it just hurts so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It was so great though, and I think it was like I'll never forget getting the tattoo because it was Masters Sunday. I watched the entirety of like the end of the Masters, because it started at like 1 and ended at like 3:30.
It's bad.
So I'm just laying on this table with my phone like this, just watching the Masters, going like, oh, oh,
Yeah.
like while he's like doing a hot dog golf tattoo. It's just like
Yeah.
it was. I'll never forget like the actual experience. That was the only
Signature
one in
Big
the
C
shop.
moment for sure.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
great
really-
timing. I got my wedding tattoo the Saturday of the Open. It was the same thing where it's like I sat there with my phone and just watched like Scotty just turn it on, and I was like, wow, that's kind of pleasant.
It actually was. It was kind of nice. I was like separated. There was no like kid and wife. I was just like laying there, and the only person in the shop was me and my tattoo artist Mikey.
Nice.
Chris in a couple years is like tattooed all into his face. He's like, it's my one way to like have time to myself.
He's
His whole face is tattooed. His whole body.
got
was
30
shocked.
hot dog tattoos.
I was shocked at how affordable it was. You know, I had a number in my mind, and I never even discussed it because most people are like, you know,
Oh my!
Sir, this
Just
is
walk in. I need the dog.
$7,000.
yeah, I went into it, and my wife's like, yeah, it'll be around this. It was like, you know, at the end he goes, oh yeah, just, you know, a couple $100, and I was like,
So it's pretty. It looks like pretty good line work for a couple $100.
it's phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah, it's
his,
great.
his work he does is a lot of like old school, like World War II, like
That's a good person for
pinup
that, then.
stuff. So when I found him, I was like, it perfect because it's kind of like
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah, it's like an
it would
old
almost be
ad.
like a hot dog logo for a hot dog stand in New York in the 50s.
Yeah, like the 40s or 50s or something.
Yeah.
Big C's don't
That's it.
fuck with me tattoos. Or hot dogs.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, it's, shout out the artists and the tattoo shop. Where are they at? And
Yeah,
what was the guy's name?
Alchemy Tattoos in Salem, Oregon, and Mike Rowe. If you check him out on Instagram, it's just Mike Rowe Tattoos, RAU Tattoos. His stuff is rad. Like, he does some really, really intricate stuff. And he's been doing it for 15 years. His uncle was the first tattoo artist in Salem. So,
That's
pretty
sick,
cool.
man.
That's pretty sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Well, congrats, man. Welcome to the degenerates gang. Of
Tat club.
People get the tattoo club.
Is
of the
Pax the
Municipals.
only non-tat? Does Troy have a tattoo?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
John, you have one.
I do. I
Yeah.
just have one on my inner arm.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
Ta-
Well,
Ta- Ta-
Ashton-
Pax has his whole back, right?
he's,
I know.
he's got a giant back piece.
His literally
He
says he
doesn't
has
show.
Pax in Old English across his back.
That's
Paximilian. Johnny Tsunami, actually, in Old English font in the back.
Urchin.
Is this
Urchin.
big?
Across
Do you
his
think this
shoulders.
has started like a new? Like, you think you'll get more? In all seriousness, not like even separate from the
yeah.
hot dog, but just
I would
different
think
tattoos.
so. I have one.
It's addicting.
This is gonna be insane because he laughed because I'm probably gonna have him do it again, do my next one, but it's gonna be a everything
Do it again.
bagel.
The same hot dog.
So no, it's gonna be an everything bagel.
For your daughter.
My daughter's
Oh, that's
nickname
cool.
was Bagel Baby when we were younger. My wife,
When we were kid- when he was in his Andrew Luck jersey getting
you
spat
know,
on.
when I was so much younger.
That's my
Before
daughter,
the-
Andrew Luck. Fuck you.
Before the gray set
Only
in.
14, and I know I'm gonna have a daughter. Damn it!
All the gray set in the last 3 years. But my wife
I've
could
known
only
Mike my whole
eat bagels.
life.
My wife could only eat bagels when she was pregnant. And so when my daughter was born, we called her Bagel Baby, and it was only everything bagels. So I've always wanted to get a bagel tattoo. So me and my wife are going to
Okay.
get matching bagel tattoos.
I love that.
Everything bagel tattoos.
That's
But
cool.
I
Mike
have
was
two
like, "Are you
tattoos
just-"
I want to get.
He was like, "Are you just gonna get all food tattoos? Or are you just gonna get a full leg sleeve of food tattoos?" And I
Keep
was
the
like,
theme.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
"Maybe."
Yeah, there's two more tattoos I want to get. One is my wife Katie and I have been talking about this forever. We just need to pull the trigger and do it. But the place where we got married was outside of this park, and all the trees were kind of the same. But the one we got married under was this white tree with like kind of goes up and then splits into two like really big limbs. So the goal
That's
is to
cool.
try and get some kind of drawing of that tree and like put it on my heart or put it on my arm or somewhere. And then the other thing I wanted to get actually, which I've gotten laughed at a lot, but I thought about this a lot. And it's one of my favorite things in life. And I want to get a bulb of garlic tattooed on my arm somewhere. Just like a cool looking, like old looking
I love it.
sketch of a bulb of garlic. And just,
Love it.
it's,
Are you a vampire
I think it's my
hunter?
favorite flavor. No, I just think it's my
Okay.
favorite flavor. Like, I like to cook. Like,
You know, you would love Gilroy if you've ever been there.
I've
Oh,
passed through it. I've
garlic
smelled it lots of
festival.
times.
Garlic
Yeah.
festival.
Actually, when I was driving up
Phenomenal.
for the city championship, I thought about stopping to get some garlic chips and some shit. But
Oh,
Yeah,
So
they
good.
got I've gotten garlic chips from there before. It's fucking sick. Even the
No,
one the one off the 101,
you got to
like
go to the
the third
actual
stand.
garlic festival one
Yeah.
year. Like garlic ice. I mean, everything you can think of, garlic. I used to go as a kid with my family. That and the pumpkin festival in Half Moon Bay, like my whole
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
sick.
But
love it.
I had an idea, and I think on one of our travel series that we do, I want to find a tattoo artist, and
Group
this is
tattoo.
going to be super small, but I want all of us to get it. I just want the chip shot M, not the whole chip shot logo, just a little chip shot M,
I would
and
do that.
all of us
I'm in.
get it somewhere. Like I
Yeah,
No,
don't care where
I
you
would do
get
that.
it. Yeah, I think just
doing it
small.
right here.
Everybody gets one. Like,
Right in between your
I'll
eyes.
get a tramp stamp
No,
of
I'm
it.
gonna do like instead of a teardrop, but then your people have to look
M.
really close. Like, nah, that's a chip shot, baby. It's a chip
chip shot,
shot.
baby. Get it
Just
going into the side of your eye.
every time you
Oh.
hole out, you just
I
you
wink.
just point
I
at
wink.
it.
Was that podcast that you guys can't even get out one podcast a month? Like, that's sick. Nice work, guys.
Yeah, good dedication to the tat.
We're gonna do
That'd
this
be
chop
sick.
session. We're just gonna miss our third month. Okay, that's how committed we are to doing this. Which, for all the 5 people, we're sorry about that. It won't happen again. So we're working on it.
But yeah, I've
Banging down
always
the
thought
doors.
that'd be a fun idea to find somebody that'll
Yeah.
do it for all of us at the same at the same time, just one after another, one night after we play golf.
Yeah.
I think that'd
So
be
for
sick.
any municipalities out there who want to have us out to check out your public golf courses, and
And
the
your
tattoo artists in
tattoo
your area,
parlors.
just
Should have done
saying.
it in slow.
I thought
It's like
about
the
it.
revenge.
It's
Yeah.
like the Mac Miller song, like snapbacks and tattoos, but it's like snap hooks and tattoos.
That's sick.
I miss Mac Miller. I heard Mac Miller today. That was like college 101 for me. So good.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mac Miller.
I missed the boat on
R.I.P.
him. I've had to like go back and listen. Like Katie was a big fan, but like while he was alive, obviously I never really like wasn't really keeping up with any of his stuff. But now like all of his like posthumous releases and like some features he's had. Like I was just listening to the new Thundercat album that came out, and he has a couple songs on there that are really sick. And now listening back, it's like, oh yeah, he has like
And
really
Kids,
good flow.
like
He
that,
talks
that
about
album is
good stuff.
phenomenal.
Yeah. And then Katie plays the divine feminine all the time, so
Yeah, I mean, the best part about him is too, it was fully independent. And I mean, there's so many people that have spun off of Mac Miller that are also massive now in the hip hop scene as well, which is like
he was ahead of his time.
crew. Yeah, he had a lot of good dudes that came out of his crew. So I mean, it's just it's sad to see a guy.
He was like ahead
that.
of his time and at the same time timeless, because he reminded me so like when I did start listening to him, he reminded me so much of like the 90s, like Tribe Called Quest and like those like intellectual like hip hop, where it's like,
Well,
oh, he's
like-
actually talking about some shit.
Vince Staples is like one of my favorite like West Coast rappers, and he came up when Mac Miller moved to LA. That was
Yeah.
like one of the guys that Mac Miller kind of just took under his wing and was part of his crew. I think Vince Staples Big Fish might be one of the better albums that have come out in the last decades.
He's super good.
He's super good.
All right, boys.
Music Minute.
Music minute. Let's segue into a little bit
Masters
of
minute?
Oh no,
Goals
we're gonna
minute.
do our goals
Goals.
update first.
Goals
we
hour.
talked about we talked about it in the beginning of our year to do at least a quarterly update. So we'll hold Pax and Troy to it the next time they're on a pod. Ashton, take us through how your goals are doing. Like I said, you don't have to go deep into everything, but just updates on like a couple on the life goals and your golf goals, man.
Yeah, so golf, it was broken down process and kind of results. 52 rounds of golf. I actually think I'm on track for that. I didn't play for all of February, but I think I'm like kind of on track. And that's where like the cookout and golf trips help, right? Like getting kind of like multiple in one weekend, but should be there. 30 practice sessions. I'm not like, I think it's ish like something like that. I will say I have practiced more this year than I ever have. I think I've probably been averaging twice a month, which like wouldn't quite get me there, but like that's way better. Like I've been the only time really, and Liz can hold me accountable here. The only times I haven't is sometimes, not to talk too much about work, but you know, some of these like where I'm working till like 11:30 on a Thursday, I don't really feel like waking up at 6:30 to then go hit balls. I just can't do it. But I've definitely practiced more than I have before, and 30 doesn't feel crazy. 10 lessons. I'm a bit between holding patterns here, because I told you guys I had to try out a new coach and I liked him, but the hard part is like his rates have gone up and it's over Zoom and there's like absolutely no data, and I just struggle with that. It's like for what I'm paying, but so I've actually reached back out to KP and I still can't get on his calendar. KP, if you're listening, you're not, like, you just gotta book a Calendly link. I don't know. I've texted him 4 times and can't get on his calendar because I still have lessons I've paid for. I don't know. So lessons TBD, but like I'm practicing, I'm playing. That's good. Break 2.9 handicap. We'll see. I'm a 4 right now. Is a 3.8. Like, I mean, the crazy thing about golf, right, is if I go shoot even par once, I'm there. So that could totally happen. Qualify for the NCGA 4-ball, kind of heartbroken. Hussey and I just aren't doing it this year. It just, with he's having a kid, and we kind of, I don't know, it just, I've taken a lot of PTO for a honeymoon. I'm really bummed, but we'll get back to it next year. But just that's a DNF, but not because we didn't want to, just because it just didn't really make sense. Winning record, our tournaments, fingers crossed, TBD. Maybe I need to get
tattoo ain't gonna help you, buddy.
Maybe I need to get the burger tattoo, like right here. Read 12 books. I was ahead of this. I'm behind on it. I'm on my second book, so I need to catch up here. 60 minutes or less social media. Like, I've been off social media a lot. I think like my most is like there was like a 2-week period, so that's a thumbs up. 1 commute, 1 walk with AirPods. That has not happened at all. I've just continued to listen to music and podcasts, but also want to be kind to myself. So the way I view this, playing golf once a week, practicing more than I thought I was going to, off social media more than I thought to. Like, it's not a win, but it's thematically in the right direction where I'm playing golf, I'm off my phone, and I'm practicing more golf. So, and honestly, I'm like a lot busier than I thought I was going to be. So it feels like a win. Like, directionally, I feel like I'm pointing in the right direction. That's all.
That's good.
Direction, but yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was gonna ask. Was like, as long as do you feel like you're?
Yeah, I give myself a thumbs up.
Knocking stuff
moving
out.
in the right direction. Sounds
That's
like
awesome.
And I just gotta say it, guys. Like, for everybody out there, if you actually like, do a free ad for them, everyone should go get a brick. You can, like, one of these like little devices you tap. Like, your brain when you go off, like, literally, for the Masters and everything, I went off social media. I was on social and everything, and then I like bricked myself the last 2 days. You can feel your brain rewiring itself, and like, you really should try to take a little bit of time just fully off social media. It'll, like, you can feel your brain, like, it like, I looked at Liz last night, I was like, my brain hurts, I need to pause. And today, it's wild, I've gone to touch the app like 5-6 times and it won't let me go onto it. Just take a break, it'll help your brain. I think the New York Times posted a study last week that said that social media cleanses, like fully going off social media, like, has actually been proven to like rewire the bad shit in your brain. So don't be off social, but just take a break.
Yeah, in doses, just like everything else.
only log in to watch our reels.
And listen to our podcasts on YouTube.
Podcasts aren't social media, right?
Yeah, YouTube is. We're on YouTube. Right, Pax?
I don't think YouTube is social.
I don't even consider
YouTube is social.
YouTube
It's social and it's media, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's its intent.
But John, I think if you listen to us on iTunes or Spotify, I don't consider that.
That's not social, but like
No.
YouTube has a lot, like, YouTube's evolved from the days of like, hey, click to watch or whatever. You'd be surprised at like what's on there.
That's true, like YouTube Shorts. But I guess that's just not how I
YouTube has
consume it.
evolved, you're saying?
It's yeah. But anyway, I don't want to get into a tangent.
No,
on that.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Big let's jump into you. What about your goals? How are we doing there, man?
Oh,
First goal,
not
get
good.
a hot dog
Not
tattoo.
Yeah, first goal, hot dog.
That didn't
tattoo.
sound in.
Accomplished. But no, playing more golf, failing miserably. I mean, but the thing is, I'm not mad about failing because there's a lot of life changes and a lot of good things going on in my life that are causing me not to be able to play. Like getting a new job. Now we're relocating to the Seattle area in the next couple months. So, a lot of really positive life stuff going on that just I can't go out and golf and actually like focus or utilize precious time that I have off to not get things done that need to be done for the move and new job and all of that. So, haven't gotten to double the amount of rounds that I've been able to play. I will say the slow trip helped a little bit with not being able to play at home. I said that I wanted to get to 28 rounds this year, and
36.
Did I say 36?
Yeah.
Oh, oof, that's gonna be a mad goal. 28 was reachable. 36 is woof. Maybe with the new job, because I'll be traveling, doing a lot more green grass sales, being at golf courses on the range, slinging golf clubs. I'm hoping
You got to show them
that
how
I
those
can
clubs
do,
work, big.
yeah, go out, play some emergency nines with some general managers and PGA pros and stuff like that. So, yeah, hoping that will ramp it up. But
Well, the masses don't know about the new job yet, except for the the behind the paywall stuff in the chat. So do tell us about the new job real quick, man.
yeah,
No free ads though, so you don't need to
so
divulge as much as you feel.
Also, I
I'm
was about to say,
going-
is it confirmed?
it's confirmed. I signed an offer
Okay.
letter.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I will be taking over the Washington territory for Mizuno Golf. So going from the custom side of things, working at a Tigard, Oregon, and going to be running the whole state of Washington for Mizuno. So yeah, excited, nervous, scared, all
You
the
want to come
above.
through Washington, you got to check in with Big.
You need some M15s in Washington? I got you. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a more of a grind, a lot more travel. Catch me in a big Mizuno van. You'll be seeing
How about
Big
that?
Chris sporting around in a big old Sprinter van with Mizuno written on the side of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I think it's a great next step for me within my golf career. Becoming a rep is something that I've talked about for a long time. So becoming territory manager, I think, is a big next step from just being a fitter in a store. So it'll be good. It's definitely a lot more property to work with. We'll
Yeah.
just say that.
That's awesome, man.
A lot more to
Congrats.
spray.
Congrats, my boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thanks,
how are
man.
any other life goals or anything like that you've been knocking out here and there?
No, it's been solely focused on relocation and
That was an unofficial life goal. You had been
Yeah,
wanting to
yeah.
move on from club champion for a minute, so I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's almost like 3 goals checked off.
It was just advancing in my career, period. Like, if it was with Club Champion or without Club Champion, it was just, I think it was time. I put in 5 years, at my store. And that's a good amount of being just, a single fitter within one store without,
Yeah.
the movement. Yeah, it's exciting, and I think it's a good opportunity. We're really excited about the fresh start. Come and see me. I'll be living near Chambers Bay.
Ooh.
Come
Hey,
to
maybe
the
we get a
state.
round out at Chambers Bay.
Ooh.
Chambers will
Municipals
be about,
offsite
I'm
meeting?
hoping, 25 minutes. I'm hoping I'm a 25-minute drive. The closer you get to Chambers, it's like trying to live in North Shore in San Francisco. It's like it's just impossible. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna afford that ever. But
Where is
just a little
North Shore in
outside.
San Francisco?
Well, North Shore. I mean, yeah,
That North Shore is Hawaii.
North Beach?
North Shore in Oahu?
North Beach. I'm sorry, North Beach.
No, I was like, tell me more about this place. I don't know anything about.
Well, you wouldn't know about it.
Where's
Ashton,
this
'cause you can't
place
afford
at?
it.
Damn, you live in North Shore, San Francisco?
North Beach.
We opened
The
at North North.
mythical North.
Oh, there you go,
North.
Vince Staples.
In Staples.
Blue Slide Park.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just you get close Chambers, it gets pricey. Closer to the Sound is a little harder to manage. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for a new adventure of places I haven't played and seen. I think Oregon's got a great golf scene, but dude, the public golf scene in Seattle, in my mind, resembles a lot more of the Bay Area. There's just a lot more options, a lot more places to play, a lot of different terrain and golf course architecture to kind of experience. So
A lot of
I'm
Peter
excited to
Jacobson
just-
courses.
They're out of here. There's fucking none of them in Seattle. I already checked.
Alistair McJacobson.
Cool merch idea?
Well, that's good, man. Well, hopefully once you get settled in there, you get to knock out some golf goals, but also mostly knock out some of your life goals. Speaking of, you said you're going to be in a Sprinter van for a lot of the times. One of your goals is to take the Jordan Spieth challenge with no phone in the car. So,
Well, I
bang,
will say,
bang.
I've been doing a good job with that.
Okay,
So I,
that's good.
every time I enter my car, I put it in my center console. Everything, if I do anything, it's through voice control on my steering wheel. So, if you guys get a call from me while I'm on my way home, I'm usually yelling your name in my car. So,
Call Jack!
yeah. uh, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Calling Dave.
Call Aldrich Potgear.
Actually, no, Big. It's Jack RGC to show up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I changed it finally. It's
Okay,
Jack.
good.
It's his God-given name now.
Government.
That's good.
Ashton, I actually have to verbally say Vanilla Smooth out loud when I call Ashton.
Call Vanilla Smooth. It's hilarious.
And
Troy Knight.
I search for him in my car or in my phone all the time for Ashton, and it just like doesn't pop up. And I'm like, oh yeah, Vanilla Smooth.
All right, John, what about you, man? Give us the lowdown on how your goals are doing, buddy.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll go with the golf goals first. Kind of got some that are similar to Ashton's, so a few that are still TBD just because they're year long. But first one, 15 rounds with 0 double bogeys. I'm way behind pace on this for how many rounds I've played so far. But on Saturday, I did play my 3rd round of the year with 0 double bogeys. And it's a great feeling. It's
Let's fucking go.
it's crazy how sometimes like a good bogey putt can feel just as good as a birdie or a par. Especially for someone like me who's got the foul ball in play. Tracking every round with Arcos, I have been doing that so far. I've been really good about it. I think the only time I've been on the golf course and haven't had the Arcos in my pocket was Dairy Creek. So other than that, I've been tracking every round. There's been some times where it's been kind of like a throwaway round just because, like, for example, I tracked the rounds that I played while I was in Augusta, and a lot of it was just like my first time playing the course, and I would just get boned constantly. So it's like I'm not going to learn much from that round, so it's whatever. But for the most part, I have been tracking every round, but I need to get better at going to the range after and like working on whatever it is that messed me up during that round, if anything messed me up. For the most part, this year's been pretty promising, which brings me to my next goal, 3.5 index by the end of the year. I've been as low this year. I got down to as low as 3.3. But then after the slow trip and then my trip to Augusta where I had a rough go of it, we're back up. I think right now we're like at a 4.4, something like that. So, it's fluid. It's fluid. But we've shown that we can get down we can get low. So we just got to get back there. Winning record at the cookout, again, TBD, but we're showing some positive signs. There's some good stuff. Some good stuff. You better be scared, hot dog man.
Next week, John, we are going to general manage the shit out of this.
Oh yeah. The big board, baby.
Next week we're gonna pick based off of vibes, baby.
No, you guys.
John and
I was gonna say the hot dogs are like Rory pre-winning the Masters. Every year they just try a different strategy. Just throw something up against the wall. They're gonna juggle. They're gonna decide their draft picks by juggling. This
No
year.
vibe picks this year.
No vibe picks.
Straight business.
Resources.
If you want to have zero fun, get ready to get drafted.
Biggs like
hot dog.
Biggs flips it. He's like, Scott Bradley, fuck you. Bean Mace, fuck you. Like all of his favorites.
Scott has a record.
You are dead to me for this week.
Don't disrespect our boys SB. He has a
I'm not
record.
I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm just saying you're not going off vibes. You're like this guy with like Jack's slightly older friend. Hell yeah, let's take that guy.
All I'm saying is last year I was like, JD has never done anything for me and he murders it for fucking Team Hamburgers. So
that's been fishy, man.
He was out for vindication, dude. He heard all the slander.
I'm not going.
He's out for
What do they
vindication.
say? It's the Indian, not the arrow. But you're the Indian here. JD just goes where you point him. God, I can't wait to draft.
We're so close. I can feel it. And then last golf goal, Soul Park Birdie Challenge. Had 3 birdies on Saturday, and they were all holes I hadn't birdied yet. So we're at 8 out of 18. So I'll just bring your guys' attention to this real quick. So we got the big board here.
It's like that's NSFW right there.
I'm doing this live, people. I'm doing this. It's not focusing. Sorry.
Jack, we should do this for.
We got the birdie challenge board up there, and I got some checked off. So let's see.
I'm trying to do it for Moffat,
set
but I
my
haven't
camera
played
back up.
Moffat that much.
So we have birdied 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 18.
You birdied 10?
So we're
Hold on. Go through that one more time. 1,
we got
4.
some good progress going.
What was it? 1,
That's
4.
for sure.
He couldn't hear us. What?
Yeah,
I was like,
sorry.
he's just ignoring me.
I'm just going off and rambling.
What were the holes again? You said 1,
So
4, 7.
1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 18.
Damn.
10 is crazy.
You know
Yeah,
what's
no,
wild?
10 was on Saturday. It was a good shot. We had some, it was our Masters event for the men's club. And guys, let me just tell you, if the course is in the same condition it was for the cookout, we're going to have some fun. It was firm. It was bouncy. I hit on 1, so I birdied 1. It was a front right pin, and I had like 100 yards, something like that. Hit a full sandwich from the fairway, and it rolled out like 8, 9 feet. Like took a hop,
Ooh.
still made a little pitch mark, but it rolled out like solid 8, 9 feet. Like chip shots were tricky.
Sounds like
The rough was up. I don't know what their deal is with that, but the rough was pretty diabolical. It was very unmasters like, but yeah, the course is in like pristine condition. 5 is really interesting now with the smaller green. It's just
okay.
really interesting. Yeah, can't wait for the cookout. But yeah, that's the birdie challenge. And then as far as life goals,
I'm surprised you haven't birdied 2 yet. 2 is like my birdie hole when I play Soul.
yeah, 2 like I'm actually surprised that I birdied 1 so quickly because 1 has typically kind of like snuck up, has been like a sneaky hard hole for me. Like that green I feel like is really tough. And if you hit the green but you hit like the wrong, like if you're on the front of the green and the pin's all the way back or like vice versa, like you can just be such a tough, you have no, like I have really hard time making a par there. So even though I have wedge in my hands, like hitting to that big of a green, it can kind of be a little tricky for me sometimes. But yeah, 2 is good. It depends on the pin for me with 2 because if it's a back pin, it can get pretty dicey. If you get a iron or wedge shot going too far and it hits on that knob and kicks back there, like it can get dicey. If it's a front pin, it's for sure like all systems go. But yeah, feeling good. Had a lot of chances. I birdied 10 and 11 and I burned the edge on 12. So I had a really good chance for a turkey, and those were all holes I hadn't birdied yet. So
Nice, man.
still no eagles, I don't think. no Eagles yet at Soul Park. But yeah, I think we're going along at a pretty good pace. And then with non-golf goals, read 4 books. We got through the first book really quickly, but I've kind of had some life stuff, just kind of getting busy in general with work, had a new job, and I've been getting busier with that come up. So need to get back to the reading. I'm actually thinking I might pivot and switch to one of the other books that I planned just because it's a little shorter. So maybe I get myself back into a rhythm, burn through that book, and then get me back into the other one. 50 new restaurants. Right now I'm at 18, so I'd say that's a pretty good pace. Pretty much averaging out to about one a week. Looking good there. And then this one I've been terrible. I might just like, this might be a lesson to just never have this goal again. Cook a homemade meal every other month. I haven't even like thought about like doing this at all. I haven't
The best was last year you made like pico de gallo. It wasn't even like a meal. I mean, it was a side.
It was a side.
Yeah.
It was a side.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I really want to so bad, but it's just like
in the different style too. Like I asked you, like you were gonna julienne the carrots.
Yeah. No, I was gonna do some new cooking method. I was gonna make Wellington. The fuck was I thinking? It can still be done, but I'm probably not gonna do. It's probably not gonna be once every other month. Like if I can get to 3, if I can just do 3 total for this year, I'll be happy. So
we got some holidays coming up.
We should do
July action going.
I mean this sincerely. Like the next time we all have a group thing, whether it's a video series or just a hangout,
I have to cook for you.
No, I'm saying we should play golf in the morning, go to the grocery store, and just like make a meal all together. Because like I have such it's really only one, but Jack, the time that this was like one of the best things we ever did. Me, Jack, and Hussey, we played Spanos. We were going to play 36 holes. We played. I don't know. I think Big You'd already moved. It was just the 3 of us, and we played. And we were about to go out. We went out. We played number 1. We got to number 2. I'll never forget this. We walk up to the tee, and there's this big fat guy. He's with par 5, 3 wood in his hand in the fairway. He literally hits the ground, and like just like dirt flies like everywhere. And there's like 4 groups on this hole, and I look at them and I'm like, we can't do this, guys. So we can't do this. And we go back in. The guy's like, oh yeah, this like tournament just went out. Like you guys. I'll give you your money back. Like, no problem. Well, they're like, what are we going to do? We kind of had the whole day. So then we went to Whole Foods. Yeah. And we got, like, steaks. I still have the video. Like, Hussey made these, like, cocktails. Yeah, we drank, but, like, not too much because, like, I had to drive me and Jack home. But we're like, what a great decision. Like, we would be standing on 14T at the 5-hour mark. And instead, we're at Hussey's house, like, having some wine and some cocktails and some steak. So I think we should have a cooking element to our next Municipals hangout.
Yeah, he had the pizza oven. That was like the first time he used it or something like that.
Yeah,
and I have that picture of you guys. Fun. Yeah, it was fun, man.
We should all.
I can put that on the story.
Like, we should all make a signature dish that like.
Yeah.
You're
totally.
good at, and then just have like.
Why do I have a feeling I know what your signature dish is going to be, Big?
What is it? What is it? You don't even know. Tell me.
John's like my
dog Wellington.
No, it's gonna be like some chorizo, some from Spain, but it's gonna be hot dogs just in a bougie way.
It's shepherd's pie.
Ooh, with hot dogs.
Or beef stroganoff. Neither.
With hot dogs.
With slice up hot dogs on top.
With the Vienna sausages, yo. He's gonna do Vienna sausages.
Told you they weren't hot dogs. They're cocktail wieners.
They're cocktail wieners.
John, if you want, we can just strike that from the record of our 2026 goals.
We'll just,
I'll put a big bold strike on that one.
DNF on that one. But
what about your music goal? Are you still planning on releasing something this year?
That would be the last life goal. Releasing the music. Again, that hasn't really it's taken a little longer to get that going as far as like organizing when me and Adam are going to get together and record and stuff like that. Again, just going back to me being busier in general with the new job and stuff like that. However, I think after the cookout, it's really going to pick up some steam. Just it being in the summertime, we'll have a little bit more free time. And then also in July, yeah, I think it's second weekend of July, me and Adam and a bunch of our homies who play music, we're actually going out to Slow. We rented this like Airbnb that's just like a big barn, and we're kind of going to do what we did a couple years ago at Joshua Tree, which is like everyone brings their instruments, sets up in the living room, and just jams for a few days in a row and like see what happens. Like I'm going to bring all my mics and stuff and see if any like ideas come up and what can pop up from there. So it's always
That's
a fun
awesome,
time.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say when we got to that one, we should for the upcoming slow videos, we should definitely use some of your stuff, man.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Hell yeah.
John just
I
going
could use the YouTube right
into a microphone.
This is a tone
Well played.
poem.
While playing the banjo.
Sorry, that's someone in their car just like drove off the road. I literally put my whole mouth around the microphone there.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh god.
I'm in stitches. Literally, my sides hurt.
But Jack, that kind of brings us back to you. The
Yeah,
hostess with the
1,000
mostest.
cuts, check. 1,000 draws, check. 1,000 chip shots, check.
Yeah, I've checked all the 1,000 shots goals, but the biggest golf goal this year was to break
We're in
par.
April and he's already checked all those off.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 10,000 cuts now. But the biggest goal of the year was
Yeah,
to break
Jack, you got to
par.
tell us more about this. You sent us a text, but like, who signed the scorecard? Who attested this? Is it in blood? We need all the details.
Was this
Yeah.
a practice round or did?
So I played with Dom.
No, it got posted really fast.
No,
Really fast.
I confirmed. I actually text Dom, and I was like, "Dom, confirmation." And he goes, "Jack fucking balled out today," and I was like, "Confirmed."
Yeah.
Especially after that first gimme I gave him from 6 feet away on one. I was out of the hole. I said, "You're good, Jack."
Whoa, Dom, you shot 65? That's crazy.
I didn't want to steal Jack's thunder.
hey,
I didn't want to
don't-
steal Jack's thunder.
Hey, don't drive by shoot Dom, man. Hey, he was a good playing partner.
He's a sweet little boy.
He is.
Yeah, we went out to Poppy Ridge a couple weeks ago, and yeah, the stars were aligned. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I think I hit like 7 or 8 balls on the range, and I'd been working on a swing feel that whole week, and
This is a
it's
dumb
been
question,
clicking.
but Poppy Ridge is the one that was newly renovated, yes?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
that opened up last year in Livermore, California.
Played from the tips?
No, him and I played from the blues. So played from the blues. I think. I mean, the weather was pretty good. Kind of like, I'd say moderate wind too. The wind plays a factor on the golf course, but yeah, I have the scorecard right here. I don't know if it'll show up because of my
I mean, the
background here.
Municipals flag did not show up earlier.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just
I was
disappeared.
like, I just kept going backwards, but yeah, it was kind of sick. I was like up until 8, I was 3 under on until 8, and then I basically parred out until the 13th hole, and I was 2 or 3 under on 16. And that's when I looked at, like, I was about to hit the tee shot on the 16th hole, and I was like, fuck, man. Like, can I steer this home or like whatever?
So did you know where you were at during the round, or it wasn't until you like checked the card?
Yeah, so this is
You're
what
like, oh,
happened.
how many birdies is this?
Yeah, this is what happens. Basically, 13 is like a straight downwind par 5. Like, I know my misses left, so I had 7 iron in. I think I was playing it like 195. I was like, all right, 180 balls should get there. If I miss it left, it's going to bounce off this like giant sloping hill off the left side. And it was one of those like, hey, just make a swing, you know what's going to happen. Knows exactly what's going to happen. It bounces off the hill and into the green, and I had like 25 feet for eagle, and I was like, all right, cool, man. Like, let's try to just make a putt, two putt for birdie, and I was like, all right, this is a pretty good round so far, so let's just try to like make something out of it. And I just made like a lot of really good swings at the target. Um, the biggest thing was when we
So
got
on
to
so on 13 was when you kind of realized where you were at. I'm
sorry,
assuming you two putt for birdie there, right? Or
yeah,
did you make eagle?
it was 13, two putt for birdie, par three that was playing like 190, made par there, and then 15, like it was like a stupid birdie. Like I hit it probably 20 feet past the hole, downhill all the way for the putt, and like all my putts have been basically like online, good speed. And that went in, and I was like, all right, man, like we're either gonna steer this all the way home or we're gonna try to be aggressive. And like I mean, I'm just like I was saying, the theme of the day was just like making good swings to the target. Like I made too good of a swing on the next hole basically, and I hit mini driver past pin high on it's number 16 Ashton. So we're playing from the blues, and I hit driver past pin high of that hole, which was stupid long. And I was like, all right, just get up and down. Bogey
Wait,
doesn't matter.
driver or mini? You said
Mini
mini.
driver. Yeah. Like
The,
it was
that's one of like the ridge, right? That's like way up,
yeah.
like way up in the sky.
Yeah, like the most scenic hole on the golf course
Yeah.
pretty much. Like yeah, I was like, "Oh, that's really good." And then I saw it bounce like 5 or 6 times, and I was like, "Oh fuck." Got away with bogey there, bogey on the next hole, and I was like, "All right, man, like just do the same thing that you've been doing. Like don't detract from the game plan." And I was like, "All right, aggressive swings." And then the 18th hole, like the last shot I hit was a chip onto the green, and I was like, same fucking chips that you've been hitting all day, like when you missed the green. And I put it to about 8 feet, and then
Dom scooped it up and said, "Good round."
Tom was like, "Yo, that's good." No, just kidding. Um, yeah,
It's inside your leather.
I mean, it
With the
is. Yeah,
broomstick.
8 feet. That's the friend zone for me, baby. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was like the other thing is, uh, I didn't have a rangefinder. So like Dom was giving me like maybe like he gave me numbers on like 12 holes, but otherwise it was like, oh, I think I'm like 70 yards, like looking at the what do you call it? Looking at the sprinkler heads and stuff, or like the yardage markers in the middle of the golf course, and I'm just like, all right, man, like here's 225, like I think this is what it's playing.
Had you played that course before?
Yeah, I played it
Okay.
probably 10 times or so.
Because I mean, not on purpose. I recently lost my rangefinder, and then my buddy got a new rangefinder, so he gave me his old one, and then I lost that one. So
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot, just like looking at plates, and just kind
Yeah.
of judging like front, middle, back pin. And I actually feel like that's helped me a lot because I'm more. I mean, as much as people tell you like you're not supposed to just aim at the pin,
Yeah.
anytime you break out your rangefinder and you literally have a scope zoomed in on that little flag, like
It's
the moment you know it,
psychological.
the moment you know the yardage, you're just like, okay, that's my target,
Yeah.
right? And like, and not even that, like even like the yardage. Like we were talking to someone in Slow, Joe, who was the general manager at Dairy Creek, and he was talking to Troy, and Troy mentioned that he was a member at Satakoy. And Joe was like, "Oh, I just played there the other day for the first time." And he's like, "That was the day I learned how to properly use a rangefinder." He's like, "I did because my whole life I've been looking through a rangefinder and thinking, oh, that's the yardage I need to hit my club. No, you're supposed to hit it like 5 or 6 yards short. You're supposed to stay below the hole." He's like, "I learned it that day." And so like that kind of stuck with me. But then not having a rangefinder, like it's kind of the same thing. Like I know what it is to the middle, and then I know I can kind of gauge based on like the color of the flag, right? If it's like red, white, blue, or whatever, and then that kind of gives me a better idea of like the target area I need to hit versus just like the yardage, like try and hit it this yardage and land it right next to the pin, because that's very rarely is that actually like a good idea.
Yeah,
So-
there
So
were
like
there were
I
a
actually
couple
think that could
times.
help you a lot. Like just like it almost like broadens your target.
Yeah, there were a couple times like 16, like we couldn't shoot the number, like it kept hitting like I think the back or the front bunker or something like that. And I was like, okay, like that's close enough. Like I got the front number and I was like, this looks kind of middle, so let me add like 12 yards to it, and that was my number. What's funny is like so I like that was a Sunday, and then that Thursday I had a playing I had a playing lesson at the Presidio. That's where I lost my rangefinder. Um, I think on Thursday I was three over through the 14 holes that we played at Presidio, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Like the swing feels good. Like I can't wait to play with Dom on Sunday." But anyway, long walk for a short drink of water. That's big goal this year. I was kind of basically from last year's goal of like breaking par. Also, I was 3 months off, so that felt pretty good doing that. Um, the other goal on golf that I wanted to update you guys on, meditating before every shot. I'm about like a 60% clip on that right now, which is pretty solid, I think. The closest I got was uh what was it? I think it was like 17 out of 18 holes was the closest I got to that. It's pretty helpful, like helps me focus. And then life goals. I mean, the one big one's coming up over the next 2 months or so. So pretty stoked about that. Can't really talk about it here because I still need to be employed, but that's coming up in June. So very excited for that. And those are really the only big ones. As you guys know, I've been collecting One Piece cards. So I've got two other hobbies that I want to do this year. So, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's
The
up?
one thing I would recommend for anybody that's struggling with kind of what you guys were talking about with the rangefinders, um, I love my Bushnell GPS rangefinder,
I have it too.
because it gives
Front, middle,
you
back. It's great.
front, middle, back, and I actually use that probably more than I use my actual rangefinder because it doesn't give you exact pin placements. It just tells you this is how far you is front, middle, back. The only
Yeah,
time I really take my rangefinder out in a lot of courses, they're pissing me off, are using the same flag on every
Dude,
colored flag
amen.
on every hole. And that's not how golf courses are supposed to be organ like that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have a three color system. A good course is
Well,
supposed for public
it helps
golf.
for like people because I'm sure like the courses that don't use the colored system is probably because they have GPS in their carts, and so they're like, we don't need to mark that people can see on the map or whatever. But it's like
Yeah.
people that are walking, how they know. And I've actually noticed, um, this was like a course I played. It wasn't a course here in Ventura County. It was definitely like a new course. I forget if it was like in Georgia or if it was one of the slow courses, but it was like I was having a really hard time finding sprinkler play. Like I'd walk up to a sprinkler and it wouldn't have the yardage on it.
yeah,
They're way more
Andy
rare.
Johnson has said on the fried egg or the shotgun
They're not
pod,
doing it anymore.
or they're borrowing, and so the numbers aren't even right because
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
expect people to be looking at sprinklers anymore.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I've been using I've been honestly using Arcos just because it's a GPS, but it
No
shows you
free
saying
ads,
like you
though.
don't.
Come on,
I know,
Arcos,
I
sponsor
know.
us.
Yeah.
But
I've,
shit.
speaking
But
of Bushnell, just the
it's
one
good.
thing.
Well, I was just gonna say it's good because you don't need to unlock your phone to use it. You just like it has only like it's like a widget will just show you front, middle, back, so I can
Yeah,
just
That's
like
pretty
check it real
solid.
quick.
I like
Yeah.
that way better. And I
Yeah.
think more golfers should do that because, like you were saying, you get your number, they go, it's 168. They pull their 168 club, and it's like, that's not how you play good golf. Like,
Yeah.
And then the
also,
one time
like,
they flush it, they carry it to the pin, and it one hops over into the shit, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
and also living in a Safford going abandoned, like, your rangefinders don't work because the fog. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, that's the worst feeling. You're like, oh, cool, I'm at Bandon. I don't know. It can't click, and then you feel hopeless.
Those Bushnell GPSs are like $125.
Yeah, they're
dude.
super cheap.
They're so worth it.
Okay, can I complain about that for a second? Because I think Ashton, you have like the
No.
one version, you have the version ahead of mine. I have the Phantom 2. I think you have the
I think
Phantom.
I have the
2.
Phantom. I think I have the Phantom too.
Okay, so we have the same one. Does it work for you at Karika Park on South Course?
Yes.
Okay, so the last time,
It doesn't work. It doesn't have Creek and North's back nine yet.
yeah. So okay, maybe I have the older one then, because like I tried to use it 3 weeks ago, and all it has was the par three course, which I was kind of mad about.
Have you
Yeah.
tried
Nobody needs the MILF.
plug
Yeah.
it, Jack, if you go on Bushnell's website, plug it into your computer, you should be able to update the software. And
Okay,
then you
yeah,
should have
maybe
more
I'll try
courses.
that. Yeah, the only other thing I'll say about not consistently having like numbers, so at Eureka South, they have both 100 yard and 150 marker. So that's really helpful of like, okay, like I'll just walk out to the 150 and like pace it out and be like, here's the middle of the green number. Like it's very much like, hey, here's how it's a good way to like, stay in your process. Um, and that was actually like super helpful the other week too. I was like, oh, okay, like cool, man. Like let me get my number. Or like what's good about them is they have numbers on the tee box too from where you're teeing off. So I'll just like pace off from there and be like, okay, so and so probably 250 shot, like cool, like 250 off the tee or whatever. So yeah, there's some good stuff to learn from it definitely, and hopefully like continue to you know, play feeling freed up to just swing at my number or at my target at the cookout, which should be really.
Have any other municipals shot under par? You have. We all have.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
have.
I shot 69 with Nick.
Yeah,
Nice.
I shot a 68 the day before my wedding while I was driving up from the Bay Area
Hell yeah.
to Portland when I stopped and played Centennial in Medford.
Nice, 68.
One
that's
and
low.
only time seeing that course too, which is just crazy that I played my best round first and ever time I've ever seen that golf course.
Yeah.
And that is Poppy Ridge a par 72 or 70?
72. Yeah. Yeah, it was sick. I was like,
So now we need to break 70.
yeah, I was so close to not having a double bogey, but I double bogeyed a par three. And I was like, cool, man. Like, doesn't matter. Just move on. So the next, like, 6 holes after that, or 7 holes after that, I was 2 under. And I was like, there's my double bogey back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I also
That's
shot
awesome,
a
man.
69 with Bean.
With Bean?
Yeah, Cross Creek out here in towards like Salem. Shorter course though. It was about 6,000.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It counts.
still.
Under par is under par.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
we
my
could
dad,
go
my
on forever, but we got to keep this Masters recap
Let's
tight.
do it. All
Yes,
right.
sir. So let's
We haven't even
let's
gotten there yet.
I know, we're an
we'll get
hour.
to we're at the meat of the pod officially. If you want to take a pee break listening to this, go ahead and pause. But to bring up the lead, basically we've got two guys who went to this year's Masters. Mr. Aldrich Potgieter, even though I don't think he actually made the cut this weekend.
Didn't make the weekend.
Man, Pock Eater's chip on one.
He almost didn't make the cut on Thursday after Thursday.
Jeez.
They
They almost
just-
just told him to leave then.
I don't know if you guys saw, but that guy doesn't know.
It
how
was
to chip.
bad.
Like, he was boning chips into the fans. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was
It-
I had to go back
Bad.
and watch I went on the app and watched after I heard all the talk of his chip on one. It's
But he still didn't break his driver like Sergio.
true.
yeah.
Very
Well,
true.
before we get into like you guys' experience, what was one good thing, one bad thing about you guys from watching the coverage
Of the
this
tournament?
weekend? Yeah. Well, not just the coverage, but like overall, this is a whole week thing for all golfers, or at least sickos like we are. For me, like one good thing for me was, uh like I'm a big Rory fan, so just rooting him through the week and like watching him do it again in not so dominant fashion was kind of cool, even though his first two rounds were super sick and watching a lot of shots like
Wait, not so dominant. He had a 6-shot lead going into Saturday.
yeah, I know, but
That's
then
never happened before.
he still kind of threw it out, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh
Yeah.
He reversed McElroy.
That's exactly what I was thinking, dude.
He usually fucks it up Friday and Thursday and Friday
Yeah.
before he can even get to the weekend. Then he goes, "I'm gonna backdoor a second."
Yeah.
It was
I mean, the
crazy.
big
Now he's like, let me build this buffer zone real quick.
the
And
big
then he just got to float on down from the cloud that he was sitting on.
yeah, the big thing for me was like wanting something historic to happen. It was like, hey man, like he's been playing like pretty solid the last couple months. Like it'd be really cool to see a back-to-back winner in like our time, because the last time that it happened was with Tiger Woods, right? And
That was before
I
I was
was-
into golf, so
yeah, I was like
I
barely
remember that
getting
vividly.
off the boat in America, so I hadn't even thought about golf at all. So yeah,
Excuse
just
me,
to see
Tiger.
something.
Angel has landed. Okay, Tiger. Angel has
Angel
landed.
has landed. That'd be a sick merch too. But yeah, like it was really cool to see something super historic happen, like back to back years, like somebody who wins the Grand Slam in their career and then
You're an
do
American,
it back to
Angel.
back.
I'm a what? You're an American.
So that was my one really good thing, was just to see history happen back to back years. What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I liked I it was probably in my recent memory, it was probably my favorite Masters I have watched in a very long time. And for me it was just because it was so competitive. There were so many comebacks and falls from grace. Like it just nothing you didn't know until I think about the 16th hole
pro graphics.
on the final day that Rory had it. It like even when he was on like 13, 14, I was like, Justin Rose, Scheffler could literally go birdie, birdie, birdie and get this. There was nothing that I thought wasn't possible. Cam Smith came out really, really good, and then just absolutely
Cam Young.
Cam Young came out and Icarito'd it towards the end of his round. I mean, it was brutal to watch.
It's been a bunch of pars. It was wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him and Scotty, right? Like just all pars.
yeah.
Well,
It was
Scotty
just
birdied
like,
15.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
he still had a chance. Like if he would have birdied 16, I would have thought. And then he almost birdied 17. I still
How
was
did
like,
that putt not go in on 17?
I thought for sure if he made that, Jim Nance was gonna say yes, sir.
going when
Because that's
Rose-
almost the identical putt, right? It's very
when-
close. I feel
when
like.
Rose
Yeah.
rolled
Well,
past
17,
9.
but
When Rose rolled past 9, I actually thought Rose was going to do it. I thought
Rose should have won. To be
Rose-
clear, Rose should have won.
Yeah, twice, 2 times.
He had some bad chips. That one on 12. Oof.
He left himself with a lot to make up to save pars. Like that was his biggest thing. Is like he didn't give himself one easy birdie. He gave him a lot. He gave himself a lot of easy 2 putts or difficult 2 putts.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
not a lot of easy birdies on the back 9.
yeah, theoretically, he only really gave back like one shot, or maybe 2 shots the entire
Yeah.
round. Right.
Oh, he
so-
3-putted for par on 13. That was huge.
Yeah, that was the one where I was like,
Especially because
Like,
he hit
he
one of the
could-
best shots of the tournament.
yeah,
Going
the
into
tracer.
13 there.
Did you guys see that tracer
Dude,
on the broadcast?
yeah.
It was so off, dude.
I think what it was like, to me, it looked like the tracer assumed that he hit it off that tree limb. Because if you
Yeah.
see, like, right when it hits the peak, it just makes like a sharp right.
Yeah,
And I was like, what? And then they switch angles and it's like right next to the hole.
yeah. I mean, that was the one bad thing, was apparently like there's a lot of people who like the CBS broadcast was really shitty for. Like I was watching literally when I was watching during the day, I was watching on the website or on my phone. So like the broadcast feed on the website was, I didn't miss any shots. Like, yeah, some of them were out of order, but I don't think I missed a shot on the back nine.
No,
I
and
think the
I don't know.
broadcast on the website is the CBS, right?
It's
Yeah.
slightly different.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's slightly different than the broadcast. There's more commercials on the CBS broadcast. That's why they kept missing
I don't know
shots.
if you
apparently.
guys, I don't know if you guys noticed too. Like Cam Young probably should have shot 3 or 4 shots worse. I have never seen somebody on the front nine at the Masters have such good bounces. He ricocheted
And Saturday, too, on the
multiple
back
dri-
nine.
and Saturday too. Ricocheted multiple drives straight off trees that just shot forward and longer into the fairway. It was like that never happens at Augusta. It usually just goes through into the trees and gets lost. Like Rory seemed like he didn't get one Masters troll help at all. Like,
Are we
it was
allowed to
just-
show this, Ashton? Be careful. I know what shot you're going to, but
Well, I'm more saying, is this gonna get pulled off YouTube if we do this?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's what I'm
it
saying.
could be.
We're
That's
not
what I'm
playing
saying.
the videos. We're just scrolling through the website.
I thought he was going to Hao Tong Lee's shot on 15, where
Oh,
he
that-
tops it into the creek.
I screamed out loud. I was like, "That's
Dude.
me."
What's the
That's
best
me.
part was that they put the tracer on that. It's like 3 inches off the ground. I looked
Actually,
everywhere
screw
to
it.
look
just,
for
just
the.
do it. Just do it, Jack. Like
You're not going to see this. Well, is this from Sunday? I didn't even. Did they even broadcast anything on Sunday of his thing on 13?
That's the thing, they didn't. But you can see all the shots on the website, which
Yeah.
was sick.
no, but the one we're looking for is
Was it
I think
Saturday?
It's
Or is it
Saturday.
15?
Saturday 15.
Or was it Sunday? I
think.
mean, yeah.
I don't think
But,
he made par. Maybe it was
The angle they
Thursday.
show here in the website on the app is just straight on from the green. So you just see like the camera go like, oh, like it juts up thinking it's going to go airborne and then it goes down to the ground. But on the broadcast, it was amazing because it was the angle from behind him and they tried to put the shot tracer and he fucking tops it. You just see the tracers like ankle high. And then they instantly
this is
cut
literally
ankles.
Jack and Bandon Trails right there.
That's gonna
Jack
be.
and
Hopefully,
Bandon
that's not
Trails.
Jack left of 12 at the cookout.
Well, he'll be left at 11 and try to hit mini driver from the rough.
Oh,
We've seen that shot before.
It is just like no video available for this shot.
it's amazing.
Like, this is so sick. This is like, hey man, like you could have just dropped lateral there, but I mean, he got it on in almost.
It would have been
5.
sick if like Scotty and Hao Tong are part of the featured groups in the app. So like they would have had to show every shot. You just need to know where to look.
And then he puts it in the water. So sick.
Like, this is what, like,
See, this
blew
I never
my
saw.
mind.
I just heard about it.
Yeah.
It's
This
from
is
the
one
back of the
shots
green
they
too. Holy
missed.
shit!
Yeah.
Like he jammed it.
What's crazy is like Ted Scott.
Scotty's
and Scotty
looking at
are
like,
just
what the
like,
fuck,
"Oh,
man?
fuck."
We've been on this hole long enough. Scotty's looking at the ball like, what the fuck, man?
Well, there's a big debate
Got places to be.
that Scotty would have won if he played with anyone else because some people
No,
are saying
totally.
he lost a couple
I don't know.
shots.
Isn't Scotty pretty
Fucking
slow
top off.
anyways? Like, I'm sure he didn't mind.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
don't know.
Hao Tong. Thank you.
It's-
Wait,
it's
okay,
just-
let's get back to the
once
topic.
again, anyway,
The
yeah.
good and the bad. We're just watching a video. This is not
Yeah,
good.
done.
Not good audio.
So-
Jack,
My
you gave
question-
us your good. What was your bad?
The like from what I heard from people, the broadcast, but
I mean,
I mean-
dude, 18. I was watching with Liz. Rory hits it, and they don't know where it is.
yeah,
But yeah,
like,
the shot. Yeah,
It's just hovering over. I was like,
Yeah.
they're like, and literally Jim Nantz like, I guess it's in the bunker.
yeah.
What do you mean? You're an 8. Like Rory's second shot in 18. You don't know where it is.
isn't 18 tower looking down at the green too? Anyways, like you
Yeah.
should know.
Well, the thing was
Jack
the
Handy.
tower, like the tower was looking at like I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a ball. They thought the ball was like buried in the bunker or something. But then
I
they
can't believe
cut
he
to-
drew it that much. I thought it was in the right bunker.
Yeah, so like they cut to him like hitting the bunker shot, and it was like 6 feet left of what they were looking at when the ball quote unquote landed. So, I mean, it's really like from what I've heard, the broadcast issues. But I mean, I enjoyed just watching from the app the whole time. So shout out to the Masters.
I
for,
watched most
the
of
app.
it, other than Thursday, Friday, from the
Yeah,
app.
Well, we know you were
That's-
watching
that's
from
been
the
my
app on
thing.
Sunday. Pig.
What?
yeah.
We know you were watching from the app on Sunday. He was
Yeah,
good.
that's been my thing is like,
Tat it up.
like I know people aren't gonna be there on the golf course on Sunday, so it's like why not just get out there with somebody and like play golf while just watching on your app. So that was a good thing for me really. Two goods, no bads. Anybody
PGA,
else?
I'm gonna be honest, so I'm just gonna say this: the PGA,
Say it,
if the
baby.
Masters can do this every year, how do we not have? I don't even care if they make me pay for it, but how do we not have an app like this for every week, or even every major week on the PGA schedule to be able to watch golf? Like, this just seems like a freaking
No one's ever going to
no-brainer.
care about another tournament the way they care about the Masters.
I
Yeah,
guess,
it's
but,
Period,
like,
point blank.
here's my one
man,
answer to that. It's economics. They don't want to spend the money. Like they don't have to put permanent fixtures like the Masters does. Like all the
yeah,
broadcast TV towers, all that stuff. A lot of those cameras are like permanent fixtures and
All
they
those
don't want
towers
to
and the
take
scoreboards do not come down.
but I mean like the amount of cameras that they'll have every year, it's like they put lines under the golf course to specifically have like certain shots be seen by everybody. But like you go to a US Open, they're not going to have those resources. They're going to have to be mobile. It's going to be really expensive for them to actually try to do that. And they don't want to spend that money to be able to put together a good product so that, they'd rather have that money go to like profits for somebody.
The U.S. Open now has legacy, like, spots, like Pebble and all of these places.
They
Like,
might do something similar with that
Yeah.
I
with
was
Pebble
about
and
to say, if
Pinehurst
you're
because they're like
signing
we're gonna
up
be
for
here for a
8,
while, especially
yeah,
Pinehurst because Pinehurst is like
Yeah.
supposed to be the USGA center now, right? Or like
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised if they like on number 2 they're like okay let's maybe put a little bit more
this is going to
permanent
be the
infrastructure.
U.S.
I mean,
Open
but then again
Masters course.
that comes down to the
Resources.
resort. Well, that comes
Yeah.
down to the resort
True,
because Pinehurst is still
true.
public. Like Augusta National is the most
Nobody plays
exclusive
it.
club in the world,
Yeah,
and on top of that, it's has the benefit of like not really needing money.
Yeah. So the
So
the
they're
whole
kind of
thing
like
with
they can
like
do whatever they want, and they have the freedom to kind of do whatever they want to improve the experience. And I mean, they're setting the standard for sure. Like, I mean, I think the Masters app, like, not even like sports app, I think it's one of like the best apps. Just period.
period. It runs so well.
As
And
far
it's
as like,
so smooth.
yeah, it does everything so well. It's fast for like how much shit you can do. Like you watching everyone's rounds, like the amount of media that's on there. I'm
I didn't
shocked
have
at like
one.
how well it
It,
runs.
it didn't drop once. What, like, streaming on the app? Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
was flawless the entire
which
time
is
I used it.
which is crazy because you pay for like a Hulu or something and like you're fucking scratching your head trying to watch a show, you know.
yeah.
Um
I mean, and Ashton, we can touch on this like in a little bit when we talk about being on the grounds and stuff. But
yeah.
um, like, dude, the amount of like wire cams that they have that are like
Mhm.
perfectly hidden so that they're like unobstructing your view or anything. But then as soon as you like look up like out of the corner of your eye and you see it moving to get a shot, you're like, whoa, shit. It's just like, and like there's so much stuff that's like hidden in plain sight there
Yeah.
that makes the experience like complete.
You're
You're
muted.
muted, Ashton. Aldrich, you're
I
muted.
was saying, oh god, I was trying to chip. No, but like people say Disneyland, and I think that like, yeah,
That's
everything there
exactly,
feels
yeah.
perfect. But that to me is the Disneyland of like, oh, there's this whole world that you don't see to make this thing operate. That's the better Disneyland comp to me than like the perfection of the place. Because to your point, once you start to notice it, you're like, oh wow, look at all this hidden infrastructure. But if you're like, I noticed it, I don't think Liz did at all because
Thinnest cable running up a tree that's up the exact, like literally the exact color of the tree bark, so that like you do not notice it at all unless you're like staring at the tree. Like that's
Like
they've got that all over the place. But yeah, it's I mean the Disneyland thing, that's how I described it to everybody when I was talking about the trip, but I was talking about it was like how they run the place. Like when you go through the concessions, it's like a seamless. When you go through the pro shop, like you're waiting a long time, but it's like seamless. Like you're never just standing still. Like there's a designated area for everything. Like there's employees walking around who, again, like, other than their bright green pullover, they're not like getting in your way or anything. But like, I was eating my breakfast sandwich and I noticed this dude in the green pullover, and he has one of those like the garbage picker things. And I just see him like come from like 20 yards away, and I'm like, what the hell is he looking for? Like, this place is impeccable. And he grabs like the tiniest little piece of white paper that's like down by the next to like where the like hot sauce and the condiments are, and he just like grabs it and like throws it away and stuff, and then just walks off and like goes looking for stuff. And it's like they got like dozens of those people who are just going around making sure it's impeccable. Like when you go through the restroom, they have like 5 attendants making sure, like, as soon as there's an open spot, like, go, 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 front nine or back nine, front nine or back nine.
No peeking, more going.
Yeah.
So
It's
so
just,
like
it's incredible.
so it's a good segue. So like in one sentence, like how would you guys describe the experience going to Augusta? Going to specifically Augusta National Golf Club to watch the Masters in person.
I can go if you want a second, John.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, well, honestly, I kind of like, this is why I love doing this pod with y'all. I kind of realized, I think I told y'all that this year for me is like the year of like analog. So I'm trying to think about it as. And going to the Masters like forces that. Like we brought, disposable cameras that, we have like physical pictures. Like we've never done that before, right? We have like physical pictures that we had done with film. We couldn't be on our phone. Like you're kind of like forced to be present. And so I think for me, it's just like leaning into like the pictures look like it's from the 90s. It feels like it's from the 90s. And I know that's sort of in right now, but I more mean just from like, I think obviously I'm not trying to say like, let's go backwards in time. It's great to have this technology and, and everything, but like, it's just really, it really just kind of like leaning into the analog and making it feel really present is what I think I appreciated the most. Something candidly, I mean, I went back in 2019. That was just kind of like me breathing through like a fire hose of like Tiger. Like I really wasn't like, let me be present, and like it was just like Tiger, 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 Tiger. Where this time going with my wife, I really kind of cherished that feeling of like we're just like here doing this thing, just focusing on what is directly in front of us. And I think that also helps too because like we weren't there for a tournament round. Like I didn't watch much golf, and I was fine. Like I had to explain to Liz what the skip it thing was, and then yesterday we're watching, and she goes, "Why aren't they skipping it?" I was like, "Oh man, can you imagine?" Or he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna skip it across." But yeah, it was just kind of fun to like be there. It's funny where it's like we, as much fun as the PGA was, you're sort of just like, damn, I wish it was I wish it was like a round that mattered. At the Masters, like you care but you don't. Honestly, for your first time, I was telling Liz, it's kind of better that it's a practice round because it feels lower stakes. Like we can just sit here and eat an ice cream sandwich. Like it doesn't matter. By the time because we walked the golf course backwards, by the time we got to like the front nine, so going 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it was like Justin Rose on the 6th hole was the only guy like on the golf course left. So it's like, whatever. Like, look at the slopes, look at the sun, have another beer. That's a lot more than one sentence, but I think the analog nature of it is what I just think is they really have down to a science. And I think it's also one of the few places I feel like online through like a lot of the podcasts I listen to have just been like dumping on it this year. I didn't feel that way at all being there. It's one of the few experiences in your life that it actually exceeds expectations. Unfortunately, everything, this viral thing on TikTok, this coffee shop, it's not fucking that good. The Masters is like the one thing that like I have been 3 times. I was super excited and I walked out of there and I was like, I gotta find a way to get back here again soon because that actually exceeded my expectations and I've already been here. And that's what's incredible about that place. So
Yeah. Everything you just said, this was my second time going. My first time was 2008. I went with my dad and we went to the final round. And kind of similar with you, Ashton, like I don't remember much about, I mean, I remember being like overwhelmed and amazed by seeing Augusta National, and the whole like, oh my god, the slopes are so much more severe and everything, and like how perfect the grass is and stuff. But for the most part, it was like I was sprinting every 3 holes to try and watch Tiger hit like 2 shots, because he was in second and making a run. And so yeah, coming this time, it being a practice round, being able to bring my camera and document the experience was a lot more, like you said, lower stakes. So it was just a lot more relaxed, and it felt like there was a shit ton of people there, but there was at times where it felt like you were just like walking through a giant like public park. Like it just felt like you're walking through Central Park, and you'd like see some people.
Especially, I don't remember this.
there.
The area that's like to the right of 18. I was like, what hole is that? And it's
Dude.
like it's just like 2 football fields of like
of just like
nothing. It's
perfect
people
grass.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
like, I don't remember this.
It literally could be
feels like
a
park.
whole another hole, and it's in between like 18, 9, right, or like that area.
Yeah,
Wait, is
and
that
it's just
the
like
right
perfect
side?
grass with like maybe half inch.
If
right
you're,
of
like,
9.
Basically, if you get to the fairway bunker on 18 and just go left, there's like 300 yards square. Not a square, but it's just this.
No, it's kind of like a triangle because it leads
it's just
up to,
it's just
up the hill.
grass. And
But it's like
sick.
it's like a football. It's like a perfect
from the
football
top of the
field
hill, I
height
was like, "What hole
grass.
is that?" And I was like, "That's not a hole at all. It's just people. It's just grass. It's kind of crazy."
Yeah.
They're gonna
But yeah,
hold a
so,
football like a Super Bowl there at one point or something.
Dude, they could. But yeah, like people not being on their phones, I thought it was amazing that like we would sit down, right? Like we sat down at 16, and the folding chair, how like it's just common courtesy. If it's open, you can sit there, but as soon as the owner comes, like, excuse me, sir, that's my seat, and it's no big deal. But it's just awesome. Like you sit down, people sit down, and instantly you just like start sparking up a conversation. And everyone's so friendly, and everyone's in such a fucking good mood. Like everybody has a smile on their face, and nobody has their head in their phone. Everyone's like looking around. Everyone's like pointing things out to, like, you see the guy who brought his wife for the first time, and he's a golf sicko, and he's like pointing everything out, like, oh, you see that tee shot, or blah blah blah, and like walking around and eating the food and like experience, like there's so, like, and same thing with you, same thing as you, Ashton. Like we didn't watch too much golf. At least not like planned golf. Like we did the walk the course backwards, which I thought was really, really cool. And then after that, like it was pretty much like once we did our first loop around the course, then it was just like, okay, let's just walk from concession stand to concession stand, and we'll see what we see along the way. And that place is so goddamn hilly that by the time you make it to another concession stand, you're thirsty and hungry. So like it just works out perfectly. And then it just so happened that we decided to, like, it was getting towards the end of the day. So like, okay, let's go back down to Amen Corner one last time. Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, Tyrrell Hatton, and Shane Lowry were all playing a practice round together. And we got to watch them. And it was like late in the day. I'm pretty sure they were like the last foursome on the course. And we watched them like play 13, putt on 13, tee off 14. We went to the concession stands again. By the time we like made our round and came back, we went back up into the grandstands in 16, and we got to see him tee off, and then all 4 of them skipped it across the pond at the same time, which was just awesome. And like, and then we just followed them in. We watched them play 17 and 18, and it's just like, at one point I'm just sitting on the grass to the left of 18 green, and it's just like, you're sitting on the grass like, like you're at a picnic, and you're just looking around. There's all this, murmuring, and people are like talking. Everyone's smiling.
Yeah, Jack, there's the area.
This right here.
18, that's
Holy
just
shit.
That's just grass. Yeah,
That's just, yeah.
What the fuck?
And it's like half-inch tall, perfectly cut.
Liz asked me if it was. She asked me like when he got there. She's like, some of this has to be turf, right? I'm like, I mean, it's actual. Like, it's
just
definitely like just grass.
Were there people like walking through it or not?
That is where
really?
you walk. I mean, that's the
Okay.
gallery area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
sick. So
Yeah.
I have a question. You guys keep talking. Well, John keeps talking about the concession stands. So like, there's basically there's no bathrooms, nothing here, right? I'm assuming.
No, there
So, like-
are.
Oh,
there are.
are
They're just so hidden.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's where it's like Disneyland. The infrastructure, like you just walk and it's like, oh, like I forgot what it was. I think it's by like 17. Yeah, like right in that area. There's like a concession stand and a bathroom and like a hats only merch area. It's like
Yes,
hats and like sunscreen.
because they have
But
mini
you
pro
just
shops
kind
that
of
are
like
just like
pop
little
up on it.
stands. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
So like we got like Liz a hat there before we went to like the main pro shop.
That was the
So
thing I was wondering was like what like I was assuming that like all the merch you have to get
no.
at the clubhouse,
Well,
but like
the stuff you want is really kind of at north and south. But if you again, it makes sense. Where like if it's like they call it like the essentials, it's like hat, sunscreen. There's like
Yeah.
Sunglasses, the
binoculars.
chairs.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say, like I feel pretty strongly about is again, like I've listened to all the podcasts, I've heard all the discourse. Two things. First of all, the merch is out of control, but it's because people are fucking morons, okay? Because here's the deal, and this is where a shout out to JD's dad when we met him at the Publix on Washington Road. Um, the only reason that people are being like, and this is actually why I think Augusta should. I know I've got a gnome right here that I got. I did not wait in line. Shout out to JD from a couple years ago. The only reason that the merch is out of control early on is because of the fucking gnome. So like, what bums me out to hear that like I've heard on these podcasts that the starter,
Honorary starter.
the honorary starters was pretty sparse because dumbass people are in line. Well, guys, guess what? Liz and I did our shopping at the end of the day. We waited in line for like 15 minutes and we bought everything we wanted. The only thing that we couldn't buy was a gnome. So like, get rid of the gnome. Also, the gnomes have got to get off. Like, there's so much like gnome like sweatshirts and stuff. But so like, I don't know. Like, there's some stuff I've heard like KVVC like, oh, who wants like a Masters like dog bandana? It's like me. Clyde's wearing
Yeah,
his
I
dog
know.
bandana. Like, I'm very like.
Katie
So like, I
loved
just
Bo's dog collar.
yeah. I like disagree with that. I'm just like if like get rid of the things that are making people be morons because yeah, we went in at the end of the day. It was 15 minutes. It wasn't a big deal. We paid and we left. So that's one thing. The other thing too is like, and they kind of said this on Shotgun Start, but like the thing I appreciate about the merch component a little bit is like Liz likes to shop. That was a big thing for her. She really enjoyed it. Like she bought more. Like Liz isn't a hat person. She bought 2 hats because she liked them so much. She's been wearing her Masters sweatshirt nonstop. Like she's genuinely excited about it. So it's like, look, as someone who jokes, not jokes, like shrink the game, like give us our golf course back, like I do feel that way about like actual golf. But like for the Masters, it's like if you're the real magic, yes, the analog of the Masters, but the reason why everybody gets to experience it is, and I mean everybody, is because it's very few things that like it's agnostic to what you like. If you like food, great. If you want to drink, great. If you want to see the golf course, great. If you want to watch golf, great. If you want to shop, great. It doesn't matter. Like for me, like we were there for the par 3 contest. I couldn't care less. I don't want to watch The Miz. I'm not going to go to Augusta National and watch the tiny little version. Like, no thanks. I don't care what's going on. I want to go see like the big, for me it was about the golf course. For Liz, it was about the shopping and the food. Whatever. But she had the greatest time ever. She wants to go back. Like, I'm just not into like gatekeeping. Because again, the merch lines are insane, but it's like if the gnome is the problem, get rid of the gnome. And that's where Augusta's great. They're making all this money, but if they feel like, the gnome has jumped the shark, they'll get rid of it. Shout out to them for doing that. But don't gatekeep on what people want. Like if people want, like if you want to go buy a dog bandana, go buy a dog bandana. Who fucking cares? I don't know. That's how I feel.
It started back in the day, and it started in like late 90s, early 2000s. Scotty used to make a limited, I think like 1,000 putters where it'd have the Masters logo on the face, and it was
Don't
always
Mizuno
like
make a set too? Don't they make
What's
an
that?
iron set? I thought Mizuno makes an iron set every year too, right?
They did. I don't know if they might. I'm gonna have to check in on that. But
I know they have in the past. Yeah,
They
I
have.
might have to do my own research.
Oh, I might have to figure some of that.
I have
there.
to have a set of those for myself.
Yeah. But I know they stopped doing that with Scotty Cameron for the same reason that with the gnomes, because people were literally camping out to be the first ones in the door to be able to go straight to the merch tent to get the Scotty Cameron limited, like out of 1,000s. Because if you look those up on eBay, those Masters putters go for like 4, 5, 6 grand. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were sweet when they did those.
Yeah, no, I think the Masters is again, they they do this the best for a reason. Like I think they've become aware of what the gnome has become, and that's why they're getting rid of it. I mean, the chairman said, the remark he made about how like he kind of regrets having Dude Perfect play. Like they're aware. Like you're still muted, Ashton.
I just like it's not that great. Like I feel lucky, lucky to have one, but like it's preposterous. It's
well, and
just
yours is worthless because it's out of the box anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. But
which JD asked that I didn't sell it. I was like, buddy, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
But yeah. So they're getting rid of it. I mean, I think
is that confirmed?
As far as the merch,
Yeah.
I do think like there were some signs and stuff, and there's like stuff on their website that they kind of suggest. They're like, oh, you should avoid the lines and you should try to go to the merch shop after 1 p.m. because it's a lot less crowded. Well, the thing is, when you say that and you have billboards up, that's what time me and my friends went, and everybody was there at 1 p.m. Everyone who like didn't care about a gnome or who hadn't gotten a gnome, right? So like that is one thing. The good thing about the Masters Pro Shop is, other than the gnome and like whatever, like I'm sure back in the day with the putters it was limited, like they restock pretty regularly throughout the day. And so like I never had like a problem. Not once did they say like anything was sold out or like I couldn't find anything. If I think I went to ask for a shirt or something and I just had to wait. Like I think the sweatshirt I got the same one that Liz did, and I was asking for it in my size, and they were like, "Oh, just wait a few minutes," and they like went in the back and like found me one, and I just had to like wait a few minutes. But like other than the gnomes or anything limited, like they're not gonna run out of shit because they know people go there. That's part of the whole experience. Like you go to the Masters, it's a rare thing that not many people get to go. You want a keepsake, you want to memorialize it. So, and they know that, so they're on top of it.
Well, and they're doing it right too. It's like all the hats, like dude, like this, like.
Well, I was gonna say they don't overcharge at all. Like everything is like pretty normally priced.
This is American Needle, and it like fits my head perfectly. Like I never buy shit like this because it always fits weird. Like it actually. Yeah,
but like the T-shirts were $30.
Weird,
the polos
honestly.
were like $85. Like a pretty standard price for like what you want, or like for merch. Like I'm actually shocked that the prices weren't jacked up for having like the Augusta logo on it.
Well, John, also, I got this guy last year, and you not knowing this hoodie I already had, you got me the same one this year. It's not like they're changing the whole merch, tent every
No, yeah,
single
like
year.
they'll add like one or two new hats or like update a hat or two like every year, add a new T-shirt. But for the most part, they have like staples. Like you could see it because you see people walking around who have been to the Masters before, and like everybody has their Masters merch on. That was the crazy thing too. Is like
that is wild. Like, people wear their old Masters merch too. It's like wearing a band T-shirt to the concert.
No, 100%, 100%. I was like,
you don't wear the band T-shirts to con? Oh, I always wear an old band T-shirt when I go.
Say it's affection. I thought that was like really dweeby.
I thought it was funny because like I had on. Obviously, I didn't have any Masters merch when I was walking in, but I was wearing a Masters themed nation hat. It was green and gold, and I was like kind of joked to my friends. I was like, you think I'm being looked down upon because it's not actual Masters merch? But like even so, like I flew into Charlotte on Saturday night and then drove down to Augusta on Sunday. And Sunday night, after we had played a round of golf, I remember like we went to the drugstore or something to pick something up, and while we were waiting in the checkout line, I was like, oh shit, I like looked at my Google Maps and I saw like, oh, we're only like a quarter of a mile from Magnolia Lane. Like, let's go walk and like, let's go check it out. And so we're like walking up Washington Road, and it's just like, we saw a couple families walking up and down the street, and one family we actually stopped and talked to for a little bit. And it was like, mom, dad, brother, sister, all four of them head to toe Masters gear. It's like, it's a college team, like head to toe Masters gear, hat, polo. Like, I think the sister was wearing like Masters sunglasses. Like, it's just like a point of pride. Like, it's, and again, like, not trying to throw shade at anybody in particular, but when you step outside the gates and you see the rest of the city of Augusta, you see why people are prideful of the Masters. But
yeah,
Maybe not so much anything else, but that's
crazy.
another topic. That's something that's always confused me. I mean, going there in 2008 and then coming back.
Does it look the same basically?
Yes, and I'm like shocked.
That's
Like
crazy.
you would think there would be like, you would think that it would be like the
It
Vegas
would've
Strip
grown.
by now, or at least
Yeah.
as far as like having resorts, having places to stay, like having like updated infrastructure, and like it just looks the exact same.
John, you didn't go to the John Daly meet and greet while you're in town?
Well, there's no Hooters, but
No,
I
well,
did see there's a restaurant called Top Dog, DAWG, and there was John Daly Seltzer banners like out the ass, all on the outside. So I'm sure that was
No,
where he
I
ended up
know.
having it.
I can't remember. I saw he did end up moving it, and actually,
Yeah, because the
had
Hooters is
a-
at Top Golf now.
Yeah. No, that's where he did it. He did
This
it
is
at
Top
Topgolf.
Yeah,
He did it at Topgolf.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what?
He did his meet and greet at Topgolf this year.
Like
hilarious.
Ashton kind of went wax poetic about the whole analog thing. John, what was like your favorite thing about going there? Now that you've been twice, like what would you say is your favorite thing about it? Is that too broad of a question?
No, I mean there's it's funny because like I could tell you like a lot of things, but it's just the feeling you have when you're there. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's unlike any other golf course I've ever been on. Like like let alone played, but like I've been to like a couple other like major venues, and I've gone like this place is just nothing unlike anything else I've ever seen. Like the land that it's built on, obviously, like we were talking about the infrastructure and how like seamless it is. But again, like just with not having your phone like glued to you, and like being detached from the rest of the world, and really only having the course and the people around you like in front of you to kind of focus on. It just like I don't know, like I said, like I legitimately don't think I saw a single person like without a smile on their face, and that includes like the employees and like
Yeah.
everyone working there in the security. Like I feel like everybody just is very aware of like how special of a place that is, and how special of an experience that Augusta has made it for people who are lucky enough to go there. That's the other thing too. It's like, you know, when you think about it, I think about it like,
There's so many people.
think about
that
it when
don't
you get
a chance
invited to go to a
go.
nice golf course or a country club to play.
Yeah.
And there's some courses where you just feel like from the moment you walk in, you're walking on eggshells. You're the people there know that you're very lucky to be there, and they want to like remind you of it like every single time. Like, you better not screw up. You better not screw up. And I feel like obviously that you're not playing Augusta, you're just like walking on the grounds, but I feel like Augusta National does such a good job of making you feel like you're just one of the
Many.
Yeah,
like,
you're welcome almost.
yeah, like you're totally welcome. Like it's not
Almost.
a private club. It's just like, you know, like you're enjoying the grounds. Like it's just an experience. And like,
It
again, obviously, as long as you're not acting like a dumbass and like trying to jump in a pond or do anything stupid or rolling around. And that's the other thing too, is like they make it so where I mean, unless you're just a complete lush and a lightweight, it's pretty hard to get shit faced at the Masters. You got to drink a shit ton of beer, because they're only limited to like light beer, Stella, and I think whatever their brand is, the Crow's Nest, which is not like anything heavy.
It's like a modified Blue Moon. It's delicious.
It's just like a light lager, really good. But again, it's not gonna like knock you out.
John, how you kind of talk about this, Ashton might actually kind of, I don't know how he'll feel about this analogy, but like when I was younger and I first started going to like music festivals a lot, when like music festivals started like blowing up, the first time that I ever walked into Electric Daisy Carnival before it moved to Vegas, the last year they did it in LA, it was like the first big festival I ever went to. You walk in, you're just like, the infrastructure, the organization, the people are literally, they call like the employees, they're like, forget what they call them, but they're basically like fun police. They're supposed to like be encouraging you to have fun. Like the feeling of walking into that for the first time, you're just kind of like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
It it's like it's an out of body experience, and every little detail has been organized and tuned and planned to create the best absolute experience possible. And like you could tell that this was from the day that they ended the last festival, they started planning this festival.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that's
this
awesome.
morning, they all met to see how Augusta was and the Masters was going to operate next year. Like you could tell every single waking moment of the entire year up until the launch, they are putting efforts into making it better experience. And I think
Yeah,
that's
and
such a cool.
One
and the
one
whole
bone
thing
I
is
have to
like,
pick. One bone I have to pick is that on our way out, we actually ran into a guy who I guess was part of the social team for the Masters, and he asked to take a picture of us because we had just all bought some Masters merch and we were all wearing our new hats. And he was like, "Oh, I haven't seen those hats yet. We're gonna do a social post on all the different hats and the merch at Augusta." And he didn't use our photo, so that would be my one bad. That was my one bad from the trip.
Let me find that intern. um, well, like I mean, it's definitely a special week, you know. Like even though we weren't there, like the whole week we were talking about it. Even the week leading up to it, we're at
you
the
start
shop.
talking about golf and get some press passes, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I went on masters.com and started filling out a media credential application, and then I was like, when it started asking details about like, because I was gonna use amateur golf, obviously, and it started asking details about like, well, what's your monthly reach for the website? How much, what is the, how many views do your articles get or whatever? And I was like, I can't, I'm an imposter. I'm an imposter. I can't.
It's too deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to get a press pass one day, but yeah, I mean like what's the great thing about the tournament is, you know, we're here the day after and we're talking about it. And it brings a lot of people together. Like all the customers that I
Yeah,
was getting all week that were fitting, you know, everyone's like wearing their Masters gear or whatever. I had one guy on Saturday, he was flexing on me. He was wearing an ANGC logo on his
Yeah.
polo. And I was like, "Hey, did you actually go and play?" He was like, "No, my grandpa got it for me." And I was like, you poser." But
that's amazing.
I think that's the best part about like that's why besides the U.S. Open, it's my favorite major because you know people can talk about it for a really long time. It's not just like when you think about it, right? Like the US Open, the PGA, or even the Open, like people are talking about it just for a week. Like I'm sure this is going to be brought up, you know, multiple days, multiple weeks, or months later. Like you guys are going to be like, oh yeah, like watching it on TV next year, and you'll be like, yeah, I was there. Like that was pretty cool. So hopefully one
That was the
day,
thing my buddy said. We were like reminiscing. We're like, that's the great thing about this trip is that he said this like as we were walking out of Augusta. He's like, the great thing about this trip is that it's not going to be over until Sunday
yeah,
because we're going to be watching on TV and instantly we're going to see a hole and it's going to remember like, oh, remember we
Yeah,
were
for
walking around
sure.
Amen Corner and like seeing all this and like it just stays with you. And
Yeah,
I think so. Like you guys can like check me on this. Maybe this is recency bias, but I think I felt this way for a while and just getting to go just kind of confirmed it and validated it for me. But like golf has four majors, but I think this is golf's Super Bowl.
yeah,
Oh,
Like
100%.
100%.
Not
yeah,
even
1000%.
anybody that argues that the Open, US Open, or PGA are bigger or better than the
The
Masters
Open obviously has more history and
absolutely
mystique because it's like that's where the sport was born, and I would love to go to an Open championship someday. But I think just like the
yeah,
familiarity and the history of the course and all the amazing moments that have happened and just how it is so rare and like so difficult to get a ticket. It just makes you like kind of cherish and appreciate it a lot more. And it just, I don't know. I mean, they're obviously doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
You know, it's not an accident that they're like, they
they're
have an
really good
annual
at what they
ballot and
do.
like, yeah, yeah. I mean, Augusta National is the best marketing company in the world.
Yeah.
yeah. The
Before,
only the only thing last thing I wanted to say, like going back to like highlight, and I think I felt this way before. I think But I think like what I enjoyed being there and on TV, I think 15 is my favorite golf hole in the world. And watching 15 have I've watched the Masters my whole life. I have never seen guys just flinging balls deep, like guys shipping balls into the water long. That
Woodland?
shot, yeah. Well, I mean, a bunch of them, right? And then like, getting the chipping yips coming back.
Yeah.
I think the second shot into 15 is the coolest, one of the most consequential shots in golf, and like watching 15 have
Most
some like,
difficult,
real
too.
teeth to it. And again, that was what was so fun is like we sat like we sat at 16 and watched a little bit, but we sat at 15 and Liz was like, they're all the way over there and they're gonna hit it here. I'm like, yeah, and there's like
Yeah.
no pressure yet, you know. So like, and I kind of showed her where like Rory's hitting from, but just like that was a highlight for me. Is like I've thought 15 rules, but after this, like watching on TV and being there, like I think 15, the second shot into 15 is probably like my number one shot in golf that I just like. You know, you're watching on TV, your throat's in your mouth. I can't imagine. And like, that's one
And
of the
truly
reasons
one of
that-
the scariest shots. Like I stood
Yeah.
at the top of that hill, like when we were crossing it, when we were
Yeah,
leaving at
it's
the end of the day,
crazy.
and just looked down at the green. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding?" Like from up on the top of the hill, the green looks like it's like this deep.
Yeah.
Like it looks like you have
It
nowhere to
it makes
land it, dude.
Haotong shots so relatable. It's like
Yeah.
he got to the top and basically yipped. I was like, yeah, man. Like I don't. You give me 10 balls. I hit
Well,
them
and
all in the
he's on
water.
that downslope, so like
Yeah.
Okay, this is my closing question actually. So we can close here. Hopefully, it only takes us 2 minutes to get through it. Since you guys have been there, you guys have seen the holes in person. Gun to your head, one shot into a green, you have to birdie it. Which hole do you think you can hit a good shot on? Doesn't matter whether it's 230 yards or
number one on the par 3 course.
not at the par 3
The
course.
Miz.
But like, what's one shot you think you can hit and make birdie on the green for?
Probably 8.
Number
Like
8.
the moguls are awesome to witness, but like they do kind of like bring all the balls in.
Especially if the pin's in the back and you get it
I
over
mean,
that
I
ridge.
think on Sunday there was like one bogey and like 40 birdies on 8. So like numerically, I think that's also the right answer.
Like the approach shot into it.
But it's still an uphill blind wedge shot. Like it's not easy.
No.
It's probably the easiest, but it's not nowhere near easy.
But I think we could hit driver 3-wood and have like 50, 60 yards in and like make the putt.
That's really
Yeah.
nice of you.
I'll tell you the
That's
way I
possible
don't
for
feel.
me.
What also shocked me was allegedly 2 is the easy hole in the course. We were standing behind 2 green and the pin was all the way on the left. And again, Liz was like, she's like, that's like 3 or 4 steps. She's like, they hit it like, you know, from like 240 yards. I'm like, yeah, I don't have an answer.
You're
like that's
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how like everybody makes birdie on this hole. Like I just
2
don't. That doesn't make any sense.
2 and 10 are like they're ski slopes. They're not even golf holes.
Going
It's
back to
insane.
like walking the course backwards, walking
Yeah.
up 10
Oh,
was like-
walking up 10 was brutal.
walking up 10 was awful.
Brutal. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was brutal for us too. Yeah.
What shot and what hole do you think you'll be able to make a birdie on into the green, John? So Ashton's is 8.
You know what I'll
Which-
say? I'll say
15.
yeah,
15.
right. I even went when I was crossing the crosswalk. I like stood there for a few minutes and I was doing like air swings on the wedge shot, and I'm like, yeah, right. I'm for sure sculling this over. No, I think you know what? I think if I laid up on 13, I think a wedge shot
13?
it's a flatter lie than 15 would be, or 8, because 8 you're hitting way
Oh.
uphill. 2 you'd be hitting downhill. I think if I laid up and had like between 80 to 100 yards. You have that pin that's kind of in the front. You can use the slope, the ridge in the middle to bring it back a little bit, or at least to kind of protect you from going too long. I think third shot on 13, I think I could. I'm not saying I'm going to make birdie, but that's probably my best shot to get it close.
That's your best chance. That's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
Ashton's
All
seen
right,
my wedge play.
boys.
He knows.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say from like 150 to 180 yards, you could just sling a draw in there. So
Anywhere, dude.
that's
that
where I
course is
thought you
meant
were
for me.
going.
Course is meant for my.
That's why when Ashton said 8, I was like, that's like a cut hole. So for you, that's not gonna be a fun shot, or it is gonna be a fun shot actually. Now that I think about it, but Well, if you've stuck with us this long, thank you
But the
guys.
shot I want to hit the most is I would want to try and hit the tee shot on 10 or the tee shot on
10.
12. I
Yeah.
just want to see how much can I hook it around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
11 just looks so hard. The second shot into 11 looks impossible.
Dude, and then I was watching early coverage on Sunday when it was Rom and Sergio had snapped his driver. So he had obviously had to use 3-wood, and they're playing 11. He hit his 3-wood 290, and he still had like 240 something into that hole.
hell yeah.
It's like, dude, no. And then like on Thursday or something, I heard something on the broadcast that said like from that 3 is the only par 4 at Augusta that's shorter than 440. It's pretty
3?
sick.
Oh yeah. Rory made double there.
Roll it back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. But the member sees are only 6,300. So once we get that media credential, you know your boys.
You got to win the lottery too.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're almost
Luck is
at
on our side.
almost at the 2-hour mark, so we'll try to keep this one short. But if you've stuck with us,
Failure.
thanks
Failure.
thanks for hanging out.
It's only 2 hours. We did keep it short.
Yeah, it's been fun talking about our goals and talking about the Masters and Big's gigantic hot dog tattoo. The one thing I forgot to say, Big.
One more look.
Oh,
One more look.
Big, like you're gonna have to wear 5-inch shorts to for
That's
people
true.
to see that.
Yeah,
like
this is gonna
now
have to
that I
be Big
look
C
at it,
short inseam season.
dude,
with
you
the cookout.
gotta wear
No,
some
it-
5-inch shorts.
It's not too bad. You see the bottom half of it.
Brother, like those are like below the knee shorts. You gotta wear like 7-inch
Do your
at
chain
least.
hang low? Do almost to the flow.
His hot dog hangs low because it's on his thigh now. So,
Daddy, your hot dog hangs low. It's like,
oh no!
wait, before
right,
we
guys.
go, this is truly a big. How's Frankie's leg?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kids, we're almost there. She gets her boot off on Friday, and she will. She's already been walking in it, so she's
That's
pretty
good.
much there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
She's been a trooper, but yeah, it's been a long 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
Seriously.
Well, I'm glad it's only that long.
Yeah,
Hey,
kids
could be
heal
worse.
way
You could
faster
think
than
it's
adults.
Sunday.
All right,
Love you.
boys. It's been fun. This is our April chop session. We'll see you guys at the cookout, hopefully.
Good
Go
evening.
Bergs.
Peace.